Steve Whetstone, founder of the HOEP project. Very smart, no money, lots of solutions for solving world problems.
This is the most important election of our times.
Most important election of our lifetime.
We will re-elect our president.
All on the line.
Get people registered.
Cast your promise. Cast your vote.
Cast your vote.
We must vote.
For months, the powers that be have been urging Americans to vote. And the public, which has been programmed since childhood to believe this is how they exercise their freedom, power, and responsibility, has faithfully obeyed, patting themselves on the back for doing their part to save America from, wait, what and who exactly are they voting to challenge? Trump and Republicans, Biden and Democrats, right-wing nutjobs, libtards and commies, dangerous gun nut, dangerous gun grabbers, capitalism, socialism, Russia, China, the Koch brother, George Soros, selfish non-voters, the globalists, nationalism, Iran, hatred, and obviously, the Jews. Voters blame everyone, of course, but the institutions driving these dire problems and those voters who are casting votes for their same political team, all of them believing they're taking righteous action against evil. But if your vote is your voice, and we are the government, as the talking heads and political class keep insisting, voters have no one to blame but themselves. You may vote when the masters allow and urge you to, but for decades, if not longer, millions of Americans have spent their lives ignoring what the politicians they elect actually do. I get it. You were content, sedated
Steve
by public
Whetstone,
school
Ben
obedience
Davidson,
training,
yeah,
federally
I upvote
subsidized
your
brain rotting
comment and
food, and
agree.
FDA-approved hard drugs.
I've
You were guzzling
investigated
down
Eugene the
state-worshipping
philosopher, and
infotainment
he's
CIA.
generally straw man arguing against you based on his own mischaracterization of what you say. Then he'll say you are wrong based on orthodox science like Big Bang proves you are wrong. In my hours of experience and effort, I have discovered this person is not worth debating. Tell him to watch the Suspicious SoBe Servers video series and debate that first before taking your time, or just block Eugene as a distraction and poor use of your time. IMO2AFAIK
and Pentagon-influenced propaganda that taught you not only to be terrified, but also to trust the government and politicians to care for you and keep you safe, all the while voting for oligarchy and corporatism. But as you've slumbered in your cocoon, ignoring and justifying the sins of your preferred party and politicians, they've colluded with your perceived partisan enemies, creating the festering pustule you think voting will purge. You may convince yourself your lesser evil vote is necessary, noble even, and certainly pragmatic. Yet what of these lesser evil votes, your voice, according to popular mythology, actually achieved? An imperial warfare state, justified by lies and fear-mongering that routinely kills civilians while also arming and funding violent extremists, producing more terrorists and asylum seekers with both policies. No, Trump isn't anti-war. He's armed the Saudi warmongers who he accused of doing 9/11 and has set records for bombs dropped and civilians killed. A mass surveillance apparatus, one Biden helped create by writing the foundations of the Patriot Act, and one Congress has helped continue with Trump signing off multiple times. Crippling debt that will be passed off to future generations with a central banking system crafted by bankers that orchestrates wealth transfers, the devaluation of currency, and inflation, all of which disproportionately affect the poor and working class and concentrate the elite's power. A ramped-up police state, a corporate ruling class that knows
with your 5 o'clock, and things are not looking good in the financial sector. Wall Street's down, housing market is down, foreclosures across the market. And speaking of Wall Street, protesters are flooding downtown. With the public and government at odds, it's far from any resolution.
What the world needs now is love. Sweet love.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Dionne Warwick.
It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb, and there are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs mine is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little love.